Hello, my name is Lauren Mercury, and I'm with Third Eye Doll Tarot and Astrology. And today's pick a card reading is about your future life partner's career. Okay, so focus on your future life partner, their career, and what their career is at the time that you'll meet them. And the reason why I'm doing this is because sometimes it's easier to spot who they are by what their profession is. Like you might go into a business and see them. You might meet them at your job. One of the common questions when someone meets somebody else is, what do you do for a living? And so you can immediately figure out if this is somebody you see a future with, if you can figure out what their career is. So I have 5 piles. The first pile is pile number 1 with this earring. Pile number 2 is this ring. Pile number 3 is this necklace. Pile number 4 is this essential oil holder. It's also a necklace. And then pile number 5 is this necklace pendant as well. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick your pile, and then we'll move on to pile number 1. Okay, so pile number 1, for those of you who picked this earring, this is what your future life partner is going to do for a living. Start with the tarot cards. Page of Cups. We have the Hermit, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So right off the bat, I'm seeing it's something to do with, I feel like it's something to do with animals. Like they might be an animal trainer or an animal psychologist. There's such things as animal psychologist, or somebody like who is good at trying to pick or match a pet's personality with the family. I'm also seeing, a pet trainer, specifically somebody who it trains emotional support pets or service dogs, things of that nature. I'm also seeing another occupation where they might be a property appraiser, especially with the Hermit and Ten of Pentacles. Maybe a property appraiser or somebody who handles finances. Let's see what the oracle cards have in store. So we have animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. So if you enjoy animals, this is your person. Okay? Their life's purpose involves caring for animals or working with animals of some kind. They could even be like a wildlife keeper or a veterinarian, a vet tech, something along those lines, but they could be working with, again, animals. We also have talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So some of you may have been worrying about, your life partner, maybe whether they're stable or what have you. It says talk to your angels, and they can guide you in whatever questions that you need to have answered. Okay, this is also might mean in some way that they're talking to the divine. Maybe this is an extra. This is like an extra characteristic of theirs where they talk to their spiritual higher power. But yeah, talk to your angels. Energy healing. So this could be like, let's see, it says your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So again, they could be a veterinarian, a vet tech. They could also be, they could do, like, if they're into tarot or astrology, they could do tarot astrology for pets. There's so many things that they can do with it, but I firmly believe that for a lot of them, they might be something to do with like trying to train animals of some sort. They could even be a part of the police force training canines for the canine team, or training them to sniff out drugs or something like that. There's so many possibilities, but I feel firmly that has to do with families more than anything else. As far as like, because you see there, you see the 2 dogs here that are keeping watch of the grandfather there. They're part of the family, and they're they make a smooth transition, if you will. It's about their career is about making a smooth transition into pairing a pet with a family. Also, with the Hermit, it's all about analyzing. It's all about trying to critically think about something. And Page of Cups is like, I see the Page of Cups in this sense as somebody who is like, you see him as he's like offering like a treat, right? Like offering a treat to an animal in order to train them. So again, they could be animal trainers, they could be pet psychologists of some kind. They could even be horse trainers. I forgot what it's called, where you're what's something to do with horses, equine therapy, wildlife experts. The list goes on and on. I'm also hearing wildlife photographer as well, so that might be something. But I think that it's a yeah, like your partner is a healer, so I'm leaning more towards, for the majority of you, like something to do with pets and healing, like service animals, stuff like that. Okay. Those of you pick pile number 2 with this ring. It has a string on it because it was on sale. Let's see what pile number 2's life partner's career will be. Let's start with the tarot cards. So we have the Page of Swords. We also have 5 of Swords, and we have 6 of Wands. Now, a Page of Swords is all things to do with communication, right? They could be a journalist, they could be a speaker, they could even be a researcher, they could be I'm hearing meteorologist. Don't ask me why I'm hearing meteorologist. But they definitely use their quick thinking and their quick mind to get what they want, or to working with numbers, I'm hearing. But they definitely use their intellect to do so, okay? With 5 of Swords, I'm hearing like maybe an investigative reporter. Because 5 of Swords is associated with Scorpio, I think Mars and Scorpio. So they're associated with investigative reporting, maybe investigative journalism, okay? But they're, if they're investigative journalism, they're willing to like fight for getting the truth out there. This is the truth, and then they want to fight to get the truth out there. So they might be doing that. They might be also somebody who debates something. But they're successful what they're doing. So if you're asking your angels, or you're asking your higher power, you're asking tarot, whether or not your life partner is, well-to-do or stable, they're definitely very successful. They're probably somebody who is very well-known in their field. Doesn't have to be famous, but they could be very well-known as far as like their competence, their skill level. Okay. This could also be like a detective, or like a police officer again, or detective, or a private eye. I forget what you call them, like the modern professional name, but private investigator. It could be a private investigator as well. Let's see what else. Yeah, but they're fighting for justice about something. So they're definitely trying to get the truth out there and everything like that. So they can work also for the legal field, but I'm hearing like trying to get the truth out there. Their job is to search for that truth. Let's see what the oracle cards are saying. Children. So children, they could be like somebody who's a child protective investigator. They could be fighting for children's rights, like a children's advocate in some way. They're championing for children. They could also, an author and a creative expression. A lot of, this could also talk about journalism, right? It could also talk about maybe they're an author, like they write a book, a tell-all book. Maybe they're also like they work with, what are those? The tabloids. Like they might be an investigative, like, look, this is somebody, like for example, this is someone who's famous. Sometimes it means fame. So they're like out there with a camera trying to like get the latest picture about your favorite celebrity, and they might write about them. Okay. So for some of you, it's like a child protective investigator. It could be working with children in general. So for some of you, it's also a children's book, because we have an author and creative expression. So some of you are working on it. I'm sorry, some of your your life partner is working on a children's book, or they have a children's books series. They have maybe a young adult author. So all of that. So I'm seeing all these careers here, obviously, but it could be any one of those. So that's it, pile number 2. Pile number 3, it's this beautiful necklace that you see right here. Pile number 3, let's see, your tarot cards are the following. We have Queen of Cups. We have the Chariot. We also have Nine of Cups. I'm seeing a lot of Pisces and Cancer energy. So a Queen of Cups is somebody who is very empathetic. They use their, I'm hearing the word charm, but you know what I mean? It's like their charm is not a vain kind of charm where they try to get what they want, like, you know, like they're trying to get over on somebody. It's like, you know, those sweet people that are around you that they get what they want because they're so sweet and nice. Like this is your life partner. They could be dealing with a counseling career or a caring career of some sort, but that's definitely them. And then you have the Chariot, which they might be on the road a lot as well. I'm also seeing like maybe they have 2 careers, like maybe they're a counselor by day, but they're also an Uber driver. Okay. And Nine of Cups. So whatever they're doing, they're very happy about their job. Okay. They definitely are not someone who's going to come home from work. They're not going to be like nasty, or they're not going to be stressed out. I mean, everyone's stressed out about their work, but they're going to enjoy their job so much that it's not going to be a burden for them. It's going to be something to where they, you know, they can definitely, you know, be happy. You're going to have a happy life partner is what I'm trying to say. Let's see what else here. Yeah, so I also feel like they work with the inner mysteries. Like they could be working with spiritual practices. They could also be doing like a traveling salesman, like a marketplace. They work in the marketplace of some sort, selling like spiritual objects of some kind. I'm hearing that, but only for a small amount of you. But I'm seeing that they can really control their emotions. They're very much in control of that, and they're very much in control of their career. And let's see what else the Oracle cards have to say. Options. So consider the career possibilities that are open to you. So they have more than one job. Sorry, one second. I had to figure that out for a second. Computer doing some funny stuff. So they have more than one job. So they have multiple streams of income. They are trying to, I'm hearing that they're savers, and that they also just like money, you know what I mean? They want to have, they don't want to put all their eggs in one basket, especially in this economy. So they might be Uber drivers by night or by the weekend, and they might have like some kind of career where it involves care. I'm also hearing geriatric care, like in a nursing home and stuff like that. Let go. Walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So they might be helping other people let go of their own stuff, but I'm also hearing that they know how to let go of their day's work, and they can come home and not have their work affect them in a negative way. But I'm also seeing that they also, for some of you, if they're in a caring career, they're helping people to let go of the problems in their life in order to get, you know, to a happier place. And we have counseling, a caring career. So for a majority of you, I think that these are counselors. Okay. So I think with the Chariot card is that they control feelings. They're able to, like, they might be like, I'm hearing like crisis workers where they're able to calm someone down who's in a mental health crisis. And I'm also seeing that they might also be somebody who does mobile crisis work. I don't know if you've ever seen like or ever heard of like these mental health centers that have like counseling on wheels. Like if you were to call them up, they would be able to come to your residence and be able to care for you in a mental health crisis. So I'm seeing for a lot of you, you might meet your person. They might have be part of a mobile crisis job, but they're definitely in the caring profession. So and then they also have multiple streams of income. So these people, they want to be stable. They're never not stable. Okay, well, I'm not saying that, but they really fight for stability. Like, they really are not trying to be poor. They're trying to pay their bills. And oftentimes with a caring career, they're not in it for the money, so they have to like also make supplemental income elsewhere as well. So pound number three is it for pound number three. Pound number four is this lovely essential oil holder. So pound number four, tarot cards first. We have the King of Swords, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Hangman. So right off the bat, I feel like they're professional in their field. They're not an entry-level field, but they've been working for a while. And he or she is very competent at their job. There also might be someone who uses their cerebral energy, their cognitive thinking skills, or their speaking ability in order to do their job. They could be involved in research. They can be involved in they can oversee like a panel of things, like an engineer. I'm seeing like control boards, stuff like that. So they might work with electronics. But they're definitely somebody who is a professional in their field. They've been doing it for a while. Okay. With Two of Pentacles, it could be, again, they could also have two jobs, but I'm seeing them juggling a lot of things. This person on their job is probably, if it's one job, they're juggling a lot. So they're actually in charge of a lot of things. They might wear two hats, but I'm seeing that they might have to balance something, like an accountant too, or just juggling things throughout their day in a fast-paced work environment. Okay? And then the Hangman, this could be somebody who I'm hearing pharmaceutical sales. The Hangman has to do with, it corresponds with Neptune, which is drugs, which is, it could be any kind of drug, but they could be pharmacists. They could be healers as well. Well, pharmacists I deem as healers. They could be doctors, psychiatrists, things of that nature. So they could be all those things. Let me see what else. Let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing that they actually they put things together. They might be healers for sure. They might be healers. They might be authority figures in the healing field. Let's see what else we have. Speaker, King of Swords is all about speaking. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration, so they might be a speaker of some type, an orator. I'm hearing that they might also have like an adjunct professor job, so they might be an adjunct professor, where they have a professional career and they also teach college courses as well. I'm seeing they have their own practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. So again, I'm seeing doctors, psychiatrists, psych nurses, psychiatric workers, things of that nature. I'm also hearing psychiatric social workers. And their life purpose involves traveling. They might get invited to travel and speak about what their profession is. They might be somebody who is a pioneer in their fields, and they go around traveling to speak in forums about what they do. Because Hangman, to a certain degree, is a new idea. It's a new idea as well, because the Hangman's actually trying to get inspiration. That's why he's hanging there. So your next life partner could be a professional in their field, where they have a new idea and they're sent all around getting paid to speak about what they have created. And again, they might have their own practice. So they could be doctors. I'm hearing attorneys, but I'm not really seeing it in the cards. But it's just what I'm hearing. Spirit download into my the spirit download basically. But they have their own practice, and they also, this is probably why they have Two of Pentacles here, because they have their own practice, but they also travel because what they do for a living is something that is original. Okay? But again, it could be accountants too, and have their own business doing that, a tax preparer, all kinds of things. That's pawn number 4. Let's look at pawn number 5. We have death, we have the sun, and we have the world. So I'm hearing the word policymaker. I'm hearing downloads. So excuse me if it doesn't make sense in the cards. For those who are my tarot card readers, I might not see everything in the cards. That could be spirit talking to me. But death, is usually a close of a chapter, but it's also because associated with the card, or the sign of Scorpio. It could be debt, it could be finances, it could be inheritances and things like that nature. So this person, your person's life purpose could involve debt counseling, finance, dealing with inheritances, stuff like that. For some of you, it might be dealing with a fun career. They could be actors, performers. They could be musicians, performance artists. They could be working with children's, I'm hearing YMCA. It could be like an after school care worker. It could be anything like, I'm hearing books again. I'm hearing teaching children, things of that nature. For some other people, it could be they could own places of recreation. Okay, so it could be a casino. Again, I'm getting downloads. Casino, a park, a water park, a dog park, something to do with fun, something fun. I'm dating myself, but Discovery Zone, Chuck E. Cheese, like they might do something like that with what they're doing. Okay. Then the World card, it's like they could be doing something internationally. They could also having something to do with the government. Why government? Because it's associated with this is associated with the planet Saturn in astrology. So it could be dealing with the government as well. I'm hearing lobbyist. It could also again be something international. So I'm hearing a bunch of things. Agriculture. I'm hearing that they might be like working for the government, where they're tearing down something or something that's desolate or like an abandoned area, and then they make it new. Like they complete that cycle of making something new. They take a desolate place or somewhere that's like they close the building, and they might be into foreclosures, and then they try and deal with that whole end, and then they make it into something new. So that's also a possibility. That's what the oracle cards are saying. Crystals, or connection to crystals and gemstones, a channel for healing energy. So that is definitely different than what we've been hearing. But it could be somebody who deals with crystals, yes. Somebody who sells gemstones. They could use crystals in their career, or they might be into them. Protected. So you are safe and supported while you change your career. So I'm reading protected intuitively. I'm also seeing like they might with protection, I'm hearing like historical buildings, like they might have something to do with historical preservation. Okay, that's something to do with protecting like history. Okay, it's an old abandoned building, and they might make it into a museum of sorts. They change it, and then it becomes something brand new. So it's protected. They're protecting something. They work in preservation of some kind. The last one is a builder. Yeah, they probably wear a construction hat. I'm seeing, yeah, I'm seeing for a strong many of you, it's something to do with making, tearing something down to make it new again, building buildings, preserving buildings for historical usage, stuff like that. They could be traveling throughout the world to protect the environment. This is also the environment, right? They could be making something that was like, again, the environment, where it's like they try to plant new things, so they can plant gardens. They can travel the world trying to make like new technology in a third world country, okay, in order to protect it. So they could be doing that as well, okay? With crystals, your connection to crystals and gemstones, and as a channel for healing energy, they could be protecting coral reefs, the coral reef, or anything that having to do with gemstones. This is a wild one, but it might make sense when you meet them, okay? So that's it. Piles 1 through 5. I hope you liked the reading. If you want a tarot card or astrology reading from me, I also do astrology. Look at the link below in the description box, and I'll be more than happy to meet you virtually and do a reading for you. Until next time, have a great day.